guys, welcome to Thuyah Vlogs. In this video, I'm going to talk about uh, the overview, landscape overview of the future of construction materials, building construction materials manufacturing industry. So let's start. Ever heard of smart concrete? Ever heard of smart plastics, blah blah blah? Let's talk about it. The global building materials manufacturing industry is a vast and dynamic sector that plays a pivotal role in and critical role in construction and infrastructure development worldwide. I mean globally. So the industry encompasses the production of a wide range of building materials. Used in either for the residential, commercial, industrial purposes. In building those building blocks and mega structures like bridges, dams, you know it. So those includes the production of cement, wood, glass, fiberglass, blah blah blah, those plastics and advanced composites. So the sector is deeply intertwined with economic growth, urbanization, rapid industrialization and technological advancements. It makes a key indicator of global development. So the industry is characterized by significant regional variations, which is driven by differences in raw material availability, like labor costs, regulatory environments, and demand patterns. So emerging economies, like let's say particularly in Asian Pacific countries, so have seen rapid growth in industrialization due to urbanization, and with China and India leading in production and mass production and consumption. In contrast, if you see the European countries and European countries like North America, Europe, they focus more on innovation and sustainability. That's in contrast to those in Asia Pacific countries. So, and high quality materials. That is often driven by stringent environmental regulations and a push for energy efficient buildings. Sustainability has become a defining priority in the global building materials and manufacturing industry, driven by stricter environmental regulations, investor and consumer demand for greener and more sustainable products, and the urgent need to reduce the construction sector's carbon emission and carbon footprint. So the industry is undergoing a fundamental shift towards circular economy principles where waste minimization, material recycling, and energy efficiency are paramount. So let's talk about the green construction practices and eco-friendly materials. What are the eco-friendly materials? So buildings account for nearly 40% of global CO2 emission, and pushing manufacturers to innovate to low carbon materials. They just want to minimize the carbon footprint in all the products. So cement production alone account for 8% of cement production alone contributes 8% of global CO2 emission, which leads to the development of low carbon emission alternatives, such as what is known as geopolymer cement, which uses industrial byproducts like fly ash instead of traditional clinker, The other one is the so-called carbon capture and storage technologies, CSS technologies, integrated into cement plants to trap emissions and combat global warming. So that's the overall purpose. So limestone, and the one is LC3, which is called limestone calcined clay cements, which reduces clinker content by up to 50%. So let's talk about steel, another high emission material. So steel is seeing like advancements, rapid developments in what is called EAFs, which is electric arc furnaces that use recycled scrap steel, reducing energy consumption by up to 75% compared to traditional blast furnaces. They are calling it green steel, which is produced using hydrogen instead of coal, is also emerging as a long-term solution. Engineered wood products like plywoods and all, fiber wood, plywood, you call it, like cross-laminated timber, CLT, cross-laminated timber and glued laminated timber are gaining traction as sustainable alternatives to steel and concrete. These materials are not only renewable but also act as carbon sinks, which stores carbon dioxide, CO2 throughout their life cycle. Let's talk about the recycling and circular economy initiatives. What are those initiatives? So the push for a circular economy has led to a greater use of hybrid products or recycled construction and demolition waste. Those multi-corporations they're starting to invest in producing like RCAs, like recycled concrete aggregates, which repurpose the demolished concrete for new construction, and recycled plastics in road construction, insulation and composite materials. So the other is reclaimed steel and aluminum, reducing the need for virgin ore extraction. So the governments, they're busy. They're like supporting those efforts through policies like the European Union's the Great Circular Economy Action Plan, the Circular Economy Action Plan, and extended producer responsibility EPR schemes, which mandates recycling targets for construction materials. Let's talk about modular and prefab construction driving material innovation. Prefab stands for prefabricated. So the rise of modular and prefab construction is reshaping material demand globally, which emphasizes lightweight, durable and more easy to assemble components. So DIY friendly. So this method reduces construction waste by up to 90%. You heard it right, 90% compared to traditional building techniques, and shortens project timelines significantly. So key material trends in this space include lightweight steel, lightweight steel frames and aluminum composites for easy transport and assembly, fiber reinforced polymers, FRPs, and high performance insulation materials to enhance energy efficiency, 3D printed building components which minimize material waste and allow for complex customized design. So let's talk about the challenges. What are the challenges and future outlook? So despite progress, barriers remain, of course. Barriers remain, including high upfront costs for greener materials, inconsistent recycling infrastructure, and resistance to change in traditional construction practices. However, the long-term benefits, lower operational costs, regulatory compliance and market appreciation are driving adoption. The future of the industry lies in digitalization and smart materials, which includes self-healing concrete, with embedded bacteria or polymers to repair cracks, phase change materials, PCMs for temperature regulation in buildings, Internet of Things embedded materials that monitor structural health in real time. As urbanization and climate pressures, to conclude this video, as urbanization and climate pressures intensify, sustainable building materials will transform from a niche preference to an industry standard, reshaping global construction practices for decades to come. Thank you for watching video.